Hi everyone, my name is Tyra Owens, and the health issue that I decided to discuss is youth mental health crisis. And I think it's an issue that is very overlooked, and most people see mental health as like a disease instead of something that is deeper than that. So today, I'm going to just provide some insight on some research that I've done, and maybe this will help some teenagers who are going through it. So, more and more teenagers and young adults are dealing with mental health problems like anxiety, depression, and even thoughts of suicide. For example, a 2023 CDC report said that 1 in 3 high school girls seriously thought about suicide in the past year. Reasons include school stress, social media, bullying, and not getting the help that they need. We all know that this new generation is all into social media, and school stress sometimes is brushed off, but it is a real thing and it can affect your mental. One social determinant that I researched that is influenced by youth mental health is education, access, and equality. Many schools don't have mental health support like counselors or therapists. But I also think that students sometimes may feel ashamed or embarrassed to use these resources just because of how they'll be treated or what other kids may say about them. Also, school pressure, bullying, and not learning how to manage emotions can make things worse. This connects because without help at school, students who feel stressed, sad, or anxious may not get support in time. Once they've already been labeled as troubled kids or known for always getting in trouble, they just think that's how people are going to see them. Although they have a serious problem that is being overlooked because people consider it so minor. Another social determinant that affects youth mental health crisis is friends, family, and community. Everyone knows that how you are brought up at home is very important, and it plays a big factor in how you act in the outside world. So, social media, peer pressure, and unstable home lives can hurt young people's mental health. Like I said, everyone's brought up different at home. So, one kid may go home to love, another kid may go home to survival. And people just need to learn to treat others how they want to be treated. And if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Many teens feel alone or afraid to talk about their feelings because of stigma. People, once you've said something, you can't take it back. So people are very hesitant about putting themselves in vulnerable situations. And I'm also guilty of that. And this connects because if teens don't feel safe or supported by people around them, their mental health can suffer more. As you can see in the picture, more kids would rather be with the bully than let the bully know that they're doing something wrong. Maybe because they don't want to be the next victim, but sometimes you have to just stand up for what you believe. Some interventions that can help the education, access, and quality social determinant would be more school counselors and therapists. Schools should have trained staff to talk to students who are struggling. This helps because students can get help early before the problems grow. And sometimes a simple conversation is better than just to go with all things that you're thinking. Sometimes you may feel a way, and once you talk to someone, you feel much better. And also mental health classes. School can teach about stress, emotions, and how to get help. This supports because students learn how to handle tough feelings and support their friends. Because there's nothing like having a good friend in your corner who is not an adult, because sometimes people understand people their ages more than older people because it's more so of you're looking at their authority than seeing them as a human. Also, Trauma-sensitive teaching. Train teachers to notice when a student may be having a hard time emotionally. The key word in this is emotionally, because sometimes our emotions get overlooked because we may portray to be someone who's not really emotional or who just don't show their feelings often. But everyone has feelings and everyone expresses them differently. And this helps because instead of punishing students for acting out, teachers can help them feel safe and understood. Let students feel comfortable coming to you to talk, because instead of just always putting them in trouble and not having an understanding of like where the behavior is coming from or like what's going on outside of the classroom, can also affect a student's mental. Some interventions to the determinant of family, friends, and community may be peer support groups, programs where students talk and support each other. Like I said on the previous slide, that kids may feel better or teens may feel better talking to teens their age because it's more relatable, it's more authentic. The conversation will flow instead of feeling like they're talking to someone with authority, so it's just like they're explaining something that they may think the adult may not understand. And this helps teens feel more comfortable talking to someone their own age. Also, family support and counseling. Offer free or low-cost family therapy and workshops on communication, because it starts at home. That is the key thing. It starts at home. In order to have a successful social life, it starts at home. Like, that's the biggest takeaway there. And this helps because families can learn to better support their kids at home and not just look at them as robots of people who get up every day, go to school, and repeat the same schedule. Also, teach smart social media use. Social media plays a big role in teenagers' lives in today's time. And most of the time, it's negatively. But classes are programs that help use social media in healthy ways. This helps because teens can learn to avoid comparison, manage screen time, and feel less pressure online. Comparison is the thief of joy. And kids see what other kids have and act off of it. And sometimes when they act off of it, it's negative. Some references that I used were for the school-based mental health services. This ties directly to the issues that schools don't have enough counselors or mental health programs. The KFF source shows these programs help students stay in school and get help early. And this is the APA formatted source. For social and community context, the intervention for peer support programs, this supports the idea that teens are more likely to talk to friends than adults, which is true. And sometimes friends need guidance as well. So it's kind of like the blind leading the blind. So adults should make it a safe place for kids to talk to them. Also, another intervention was family therapy, and this matches the concern that family stress or lack of communication can make mental health worse. It starts at home. So children come out in the opening and is a reflection of what's going on at home most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. The Very Well-Minded source explains how family therapy improves behavior and relationships at home, and this is the source in APA format as well. Thank you guys for listening to my health